Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
High school seniors, make your plan to join us for Fall Preview Day at Itawamba Community College. Voted the #1 community college in the state 4 years in a row, come see what all ICC has to offer you and your future from faculty members within the program of your interest. Registration is open now for October the 21st and 22nd and November the 4th and 12th. Limited spots are available and they're filling up fast, so sign up today at iccms.edu/preview days. Itawamba Community College, the best start here. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi, 101.9 FM. I'm Adam Gore and I greatly appreciate you guys taking time out of your Tuesday afternoon to join us for the show. And as always, the ICC Hour is being presented to you by our friends over at Renaissance Bank.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
It's homecoming week here at ICC, and there are tons of things going on all week on all three of our locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden. Now, homecoming is set for Thursday as the football team will host nationally ranked Jones College. The court will be presented at halftime of the game when Miss Brycelyn Morris will be crowned our 2021 homecoming queen here at ICC. You can catch that broadcast right back here on Super Talk Mississippi Thursday night, starting with the Davis Ford pregame show at 6, and you can catch that First American National Bank opening kickoff at 6:30. Now, you can visit iccms.edu to find out more about Homecoming 2021, and if you're on Instagram, I encourage you to follow Get Involved ICC. That's all one word, Get Involved ICC, to see the schedule of events and keep up with everything going on throughout the homecoming week. Now, on this week's show, the ICC Director of Advancement, Michael Upton, had a chance to sit down with Lieutenant Colonel Sheldon A. Morris to talk about his time here at ICC and a little bit of his military career as well. Lieutenant Colonel Morris toured campus last week and was part of Military Appreciation and Healthcare Worker Appreciation Night this past Thursday night, where he did the opening coin toss before the game. Commissioned as an infantry officer through the ROTC program at Ole Miss in the year 2000, Sheldon is a graduate of the Infantry Officer Basic Course, Infantry Captain's Career Course, and the Command and General Staff Officer College, where he earned his Master's of Military Art and Science degree. Now, we are proud to call Lieutenant Colonel Sheldon Morris a member of the ICC family, as he is a true example of our motto here at the college, the best start here.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about your memories of playing football at ICC. Maybe tell us, whatever you want to tell us, memories of coaches, memories of players, maybe a little bit. We talked this morning about your recruitment, how you got here. Maybe if you can start there and tell us a little bit about your experience as a student athlete at ICC.
Well, real quick, initially I was supposed to go to Riverside Community College after graduating from high school and sitting out for a year. At the time, my cousin, Franklin Murphy, was being recruited by Itawamba. And so Coach Jay Coach Jay Miller called over to my house, and we got in a conversation. He asked, did I play football? And I stated that I did, and he asked, did I sign with anyone? I told him at Notre Dame. That was a very funny moment, and I had to send him my highlight tape. And so my cousin Franklin and I, we came up here to Itawamba together. It was great. Really first time out of the state of Florida. And so Frank and I both came up here in '95 and started our time here at Itawamba. And from there, the memories of being one of, at the time, 11 out-of-state football players And what did that mean? During that time, football was only supposed to have 10. And one of my close friends to this day, Ron Dixon, was the 10th one that they were waiting to come back. And when he showed up, I became the 11th. And so my first year here, I redshirted and supported the team by taking stats for Coach Miller and Coach Morton. And then came around the next year in '96 and had an outstanding year with a great team and some lifelong friends. And that started my career here in the state of Mississippi and led me to Ole Miss.
Very good. Are there any particular specific memories from any particular games during your time here that you remember that really stand out? Was there anything that was a big win for y'all, or even as an individual or as a team, something that really sticks out?
What I would say is, and I want to speak for my cousin, and so Frank was a running back in the state of in Jacksonville, Florida. And up here, not only was he a running back, but he was also playing some receiver too. We had some real good running backs that was here. Tim being one, a little shorter, well, a lot shorter than us, but very, very fast, very, very talented athlete. And so it was a little different for Frank. And so I came in as a receiver. And so my thing was to help Frank do the transition to play as a receiver as well as a running back. So just for that whole year of '95, since I wasn't a player, I was a supporter of the team and all the athletes. That's one of my biggest memories of playing my role at the time.
Very good. And did that experience of taking that year, not actively playing and being a supporter and helping him and helping the coach with stats, did you glean anything from that that's helped you in life?
Roger. That's pretty unique. One of the reasons I would say that, why it's so unique, is that it has helped me a lot, not only in my college life, but also in military. Investing in others, all right? And whether you see a return on an investment in time and effort and encouragement and even some constructive criticism allows a person to grow. And then from that as well, I got an opportunity to see myself from a different point of view on how I actually inspire and help develop people in actions as well as in deed. And so my biggest thing and how it's helped me is that you don't have to be in the limelight to make change and support people, achieve those things that they set out to do. Being there to support them, being there to do the things behind the scene is more important. I think is for me is very, very important. And then allow the ones who's out there doing the things that they aspire to do live their life, which is key. And so I do that now, and it's helped me immensely. It's helped me with my leader development techniques since.
Fantastic. Well, you were a student athlete, but you were also a student. You were involved in other things on campus. What are some memories you have of other things you did off the field, whether in class or social activities? What are some things you were involved with?
Well, it's a very unique community for out-of-staters. So one thing which is eye-opening for us, on Fridays after 2 o'clock, everybody primarily starts to go home. And that leaves all your out-of-state athletes here, football, basketball, men and women, as well as some baseball that's out here. And you become a family within a family. And so being from all across the nation, building those relationships were key. And how do you support each other when you're so far away from your family? But then that's one part. But then we had our extended family that is here in the Mississippi area. Primarily, they were out of Tupelo and Amory that supported us and invited us to different events here in the state that we would not have been able to participate or even know about since we were all out of state. So that's one. The other one, I had an opportunity to be in the choir.
Yeah, I believe you in Gospel Sounds.
Gospel Sounds, Roger, with Coach Ball. And at that point, it's the start of me being comfortable being uncomfortable. That was me really coming out of the norm and just, I love interacting with people, and that allowed me to meet more people here on the campus and then support the team in that, I mean, the whole university in that aspect. And then last but not least, Coach Ball gave me another opportunity to support the girls basketball team. And so I was her ball boy for a little while. And so gave me another aspect on how to lead and how to deal with adversity just from another aspect. So all those little snapshots in life I've been able to put in my little, what I would call my rucksack, and it's helped me throughout my career.
Fantastic. Like I said, I looked through some yearbooks and saw some activities, and Gospel Sounds was one. I believe Fashion Tribe, you were involved with them for a little while. These guys have got Fashion Tribe going back again, and we're proud of that. But here's the one I want to ask you about that I wouldn't say earlier. I want to get you on camera and get your reaction. I believe you were involved in a womanless beauty review. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Any memories of that event?
No, I think I scrubbed that one away real quick. It was a dare. It was a couple football players. We all wanted to have fun, and I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. It actually helped me do what I'm comfortable doing right now, which is interacting with people I have no idea about their background. But I want to help them any way I can. And again, that allowed me another opportunity to expand my understanding about what's going on in Mississippi. Didn't know I was going to stay in Mississippi after I graduated from here, but it allowed me another outlook on life and having fun while doing it. So that's why I'll leave it on that.
Very good. Before we transition to your next stages in life, who were some of the people when you were a student here that meant a lot to you, and those relationships are important to you, whether it be a coach, a mentor, someone else on campus? Who were some of the folks that were important to you?
Well, first I will say it was Coach Miller. All right, he brought me up here. He invited me up here, I'll say. I came up here with the understanding that I would be the 11th person if Ron Dixon showed up. It was a funny story I'll tell about that. As soon as Ron Dixon showed up on the last day of two-a-days, we go back in after practice, and Coach called me into his office, what we expect for a leader when he's counseling someone who either works for him or plays for him. He calls me in and he brings it out. Hey, you see Ron showed up. Yeah. And he was like, well, I'll go in, I'll make a call and see if any other junior colleges here in the state needs a receiver. And I will tell you, I think he called every junior college in 30 seconds. And he came back out and he's like, you know what, nobody really needs a receiver right now, but, and what I didn't know at the time, he's like, sometimes athletes leave in the middle of the night. And if one of them is an out-of-state football player, then your spot is right back in. But I appreciate everything that Coach Miller did because he was very, very transparent. He did not try to hide anything from the beginning. I can appreciate that. Second would be my cousin Frank. Just coming up here, like I said earlier, first time out of the state of Florida, other than recruiting trips that I had really been on, and being in an unknown area with unknown culture or anything, and no family, closer to 9 hours away. So Frank was and helped me being able to integrate into not only the community here within the university, within the college, but also being supportive when we go out in the different areas here in Mississippi. And so family is very, very important, and Frank being here with me during that first semester and not playing football was key. Last but not least, I'll have to say Mr. Carl Comer, all right? And I pick up a lot of things from him because he's an investor of people and their potential, all right? And so there's been many of days over a 2-year span that I had an opportunity to learn from a great mentor, whether he was doing it purposely or not, but the stimulating conversations, the different books him and Nadine would give me to read that helped me out immensely. And he didn't know me from anyone else. And actually, that relationship still goes on to this day. He constantly invests in me. And now I'm in another seat where I provide him some encouragement. I also ask that he don't do certain things because we're all getting older. But he's like family, and I appreciate everything that he's done with me in my professional growth. And even when he had to make sure I understood, I have to have an outlook on what life looks like for me. And so he forced me and inspired me to always look deep, always look a little further than your hood ornament. Instead of being in a sedan, think about being in a 4x4 truck where you're looking over traffic and you're able to see deeper than a person in a sedan. And I still use that to this day.
High school seniors, make your plan to join us for Fall Preview Day at Itawamba Community College. Voted the #1 community college in the state 4 years in a row, come see what all ICC has to offer you and your future from faculty members within the program of your interest. Registration is open now for October the 21st and 22nd and November the 4th and 12th. Limited spots are available and they're filling up fast, so sign up today at iccms.edu/preview days. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
They used to call me Sir Sauce back in the day.
I knew you was going to claim
Sir
that.
Sauce a lot.
You know.
Will is the sauciest
Guy they know. Well, when I used to date your auntie, she said I was saucy.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger. You a saucy cat, man.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Welcome back to the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. We're going to rejoin our conversation between ICC Director of Advancement Michael Upton and special guest Lieutenant Colonel Sheldon Morris here on the ICC Hour. But before we do that, we've already mentioned it's homecoming week, so what a better time than now than to join the ICC Alumni Association. You can do so by visiting iccms.edu/alumni. That's iccms.edu/alumni. Now back to our conversation with Lieutenant Colonel Morris here on the ICC Hour.
The next step in your life, you left ICC and then you went on to Ole Miss and played football there. Tell us a little bit about your experience at the next level.
So before I even get to that, the setup for it is that originally I was being recruited to play at Southern Miss, right? And so I didn't have a vehicle here. And one of our trainers had a girlfriend that was down at that was attending Southern Miss, and so I hopped the ride with him and went down there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out exactly how I expected it. I never even got an opportunity to talk to the coach, and so I made my way back up here, and then the following Monday, there was a young man by the name of Master Sergeant Kevin Jones. All right, he showed up in the student union, and I walked up to him. I was like, hey, I did that ROTC thing in high school. And he was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, my uncle was a sergeant first class. Give him a little backstory. And I asked him, I was like, hey, if I earn a scholarship, will I be able to walk on Ole Miss football team? And I'll never forget his response. He's like, are you good enough? And my response back to him was, I didn't ask you that, Master Sergeant. So, he invited me up, and I was able to see the PMS, a primary military science instructor there. And then he was like, yep, Roger. We started doing the contract stuff then. And then he allowed me an opportunity to go see Coach Greg Knox, who's a receiver coach at the time. And so I introduced myself to Coach Knox. He's like, I know who you are. And I was like, Roger that. And he's like, if you walk on, you come in just like all the other freshmen. And I was like, okay. He's like, you better be in shape. I was like, no problem. And so that's how I was able to get to Ole Miss. I went there on a military scholarship, a 2-year military scholarship, and then was able to walk on the Ole Miss football team. So fast forward, I'm at Ole Miss. Great experience. Coach Tuberville, right before the season started, wanted to put me on. I had earned a scholarship, a football scholarship, but it came with a caveat. And that caveat was, now football dictated my time. And I couldn't do that, and because I had signed a military scholarship. And so I went on my 2-year military scholarship. I had financial aid, so I did all the things a good college student would go through with my own little struggles. While there, played receiver for the 3 years. Pledged Phi Beta Sigma in the spring '98. And then more importantly, I earned a bachelor's of business administration and management. All right. And in August of 2000, I was commissioned as an infantry officer in the United States Army, and been in ever since. Everybody's path is a little different. It's the destination that you're shooting for, and that's all I've been going for. Just to always look for investing in people, just like I said with Carl, how he's always done me, is just invest in people and lead it to the best of my ability.
Very good. Well, after you became commissioned, you've obviously had a very successful and fruitful career in the U.S. Army. You've had a number of positions. You've been all around the world serving, leading others. Just tell us a little bit about your experience in the Army, maybe some highlights. Tell us a little bit about places you've been, things you've done, just whatever you want to share with us about your career.
Okay. So immediately after commission, I was assigned to Fort Benning, Georgia. I arrived there in December of 2000 for what we will call an infantry officer basic course. Right. I was a second lieutenant, and so spent some time there schooling, building a foundation. So went through infantry officer basic course. After that, airborne school. After that, mech leaders course, and then on to Ranger school. And so on 9/11, we're about to load up and jump from Florida phase of Ranger school back to Benning phase right before graduation. And as everybody may know, all air was grounded as a result of 9/11 and the attacks. So that's my connection on where I was on 9/11. I was at Florida phase of Ranger school, about to leave because I was about to graduate from Ranger school. So fast forward, I go to Fort Hood. I'm at Fort Hood for 9 years of my military career, which is very unusual for an officer. But in those 9 years, I was with 3 different battalions and 3 deployments to Iraq. And after those 9 years, sir, I transitioned. The way the Army does things is that they educate you, they put you back out and let the unit support in your growth, and then they bring you back in to educate you some more. And now I'm back on the education portion. I'm going to CGSOC, which is Command and General Staff Officer Course at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. It's where all the field grade officers go, whether resident or satellite, as you prepare to move up to the responsibility of what we will call an Iron Major. That means you're a staff officer, right? And so a lot of hard time, a lot of great work. But one of the most, I would say, they call it the best year of your life. All right. If you have a master's already, that might be a true statement. If you don't, you're working, you're really rolling. But it's during that time of a lot of deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan, it was an opportunity for you to get your legs under you. Now, I'm going to give you my military portion. I'm going to circle back. I left from there and went to Fort Polk, Louisiana, 4th Brigade, 10th Mountain Division. And while in that brigade, I deployed to Afghanistan twice. All right. And then back to Fort Leavenworth. Now, the military is a great institution. They don't issue you wives. They don't issue you kids. All right. So the ones who've kept me grounded through all these deployments has been my family. My wife, she's at Bryan College Station. That's where she grew up. I met her in Killeen, Texas, on my first duty station, swing dancing. We had our daughter right before my second deployment, and we had my son during my second deployment to Afghanistan. And unique thing about that, I saw his birth via Skype. So I saw his birth via Skype. But while you're away, your family is the one that keeps you grounded. And more importantly, they're probably even stronger than you are. Because you're not always around doing the things that parent, you expect of that parent. You're away doing your job. And mom or dad is there now because their service member is away. And they're doing both roles as mom and dad. So I give a lot of props to those loved ones who take care of the home front, because without them, we're a wreck, and we don't need multiple things going on in our heads while we're away from home, while we're focusing on the mission. And so, fast forward from there, I get an opportunity. I'm selected for Commander, and I get the privilege and honor to serve as a battalion commander for 1st Battalion, 46th Infantry Regiment at Fort Benning, Georgia, basic combat training battalion, where we take citizens and invest in them in such a way that they earn the right to be called a soldier. And I will say that was the best job of my military career. And to see a young man come off being scared and leave out confident, not perfect, but confident and ready to take the next step to go to AIT. After battalion commander, doing that for 2 years, I moved. I was selected to be a senior advisor in Afghanistan for my third and final tour to the country. There I had another outlook, worked with some outstanding leaders, both Afghans as well as our NATO partners. And so since raising my hand back in August of 2000, I've had a lot of people invest in me, and I've tried to carry that legacy and invest in others the same way as people invest in me. And I wouldn't give it up for the world.
So when are you gonna give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
High school seniors, make your plan to join us for Fall Preview Day at Itawamba Community College. Voted the #1 community college in the state 4 years in a row, come see what all ICC has to offer you and your future from faculty members within the program of your interest. Registration is open now for October the 21st and 22nd and November the 4th and 12th. Limited spots are available and they're filling up fast, so sign up today at iccms.edu/preview days. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars, the new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza, pizza. They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tribe!
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the ICC Hour presented by our friends at Renaissance Bank. They are the bank that understands you. Visit renaissancebank.com to learn more about their Rewards Extra checking account and all the great things they have to offer you there at Renaissance Bank. Now, let's step back into our final portion of our conversation between Michael Upton and Lieutenant Colonel Sheldon Morris here on the ICC Hour.
What does ICC mean to you?
Say family. I'll say team. And why do I say that? I say family primarily because majority of the students here in the college are from the surrounding counties, all right? And a lot of them know of each other, played either against or with teammates throughout. And I will also say that's important. And with that whole family aspect, sure, they brought in extended family with us. Not everything is going to go perfect, and just like any family, we all argue, we'll have disagreements, but we all took care of each other, and that was very, very important. I think, especially for out-of-state athletes who decide to go to a junior college or to any university and just have a sense of home away from home, and that's been very key, sir.
Fantastic. We'll kind of wrap up here, so bring it back to ICC a little bit. If there was someone out there watching this interview, listen to it on the radio, wherever they might come across it, and they were trying to think about where to go to school or if to go to school or not, what would you say to them? Why should they choose ICC?
I would ask them, why not? If you understand where you want to go, and you want to be in a community that loves to invest and see the best out of their people, out of the students, out of the customer, all right? Because come here. People do things sometimes, I think, for the wrong reasons. I'm a firm believer in step out, be uncomfortable, understand what you want at the end of the day, and go hard at it. And that's exactly what I was afforded here. I was brought into and was part of and still friends with a lot of people that I went to school here. Some, oh good Lord, I'm older, not old. Some since 95. But I wouldn't give it up for the world. And I stated it earlier, your path is different than everyone else. No one's path is the same. But it's the people that you interact with throughout this life journey. And while you're writing this book called Life, that this chapter, just like my chapter at Itawamba, was very, very important to me. I want to do that part one more time, because I want to be a little more concise with it. So I would say, why not? What is it at the end of a successful career? What does right look like for you? All right, and I say that to provide focus, because we see a lot of shiny objects that's out there, and they take us off our path. And I know our path is different from one person to another, but it's your path. And once you define what that looks like at the end of a successful career, now you start working your way back and see exactly those places that you need to be, not where you want to be, but where you need to be in order to make that a reality that you set forth. Itawamba is a family community. It's not very big. It's grown since I've been here. It has grown, but I think that what makes it very unique. It's a part of the community, which that's what I really do appreciate. But also, the graduates of Itawamba go on to do some great things, not only in a local area, but when they go on to universities and have, whether athletics or academics, they go on and do great things. And I'll say, give yourself an opportunity. Make the choice, and let the choice be Itawamba.
We want to thank Lieutenant Colonel Sheldon Morris for taking time out of his day to sit down with us for the ICC Hour. He was a great guy, and he also took time to talk to our Man Up program on campus and also visited with the football team last week, so we greatly, greatly appreciate him giving back to the college. As I said earlier in the show, last week was Military and Healthcare Worker Appreciation Night, and as we wrap up the show, we're going to go back and listen to the ICC All-American Band's halftime performance honoring the members of the military and healthcare workers. I'm going to say this. It was, for the moment, and I hope it is this way for you as well, it was truly a moving moment as fans for both ICC and Kahoma stood to their feet during the performance in honor of those and their family members that give so much of themselves to help protect our freedoms and keep us safe and healthy during these times. So let's close out this week's show by listening to that performance. I hope you guys have a blessed week, and as always, Roll Tribe.
Tonight, Itawamba Community College honors both past and present members of the armed forces, as well as our healthcare heroes, including those from our own college family, students and faculty. Please join us as we salute all of those individuals who are serving and proudly serving our country, and as well as the medical professionals who continue to spend long hours providing care in our hospitals and other facilities. We are extremely grateful for you and your service. I am a hero. I've served in the military. I've been on the battlefield. I've experienced the horror of war. I've seen heartbreak and joy. Heroes live among us. They are many shapes and sizes, colors, nationalities, and they are brave, courageous, determined, helpful and honest, inspirational, protective, strong, selfless, and self-sacrificing. Heroes today include those who have been on different battlefields. They have walked the halls of hospitals and medical complexes. They have saved lives when the world was gripped by a crippling pandemic. They are our neighbors and our friends. They are those who make the world a better place. We salute you, healthcare workers, who have worked long hours and multiple shifts, and you just didn't know how much energy you had left. You saved the lives of our neighbors and friends, and for that, we are grateful. Would you please stand as we say thank you? Heroes rush to help others in the face of danger and adversity because they care. And so it is with those who served and continue to serve in the military. Although the missions of the 6 branches of the United States military are different, the common goal is to protect and serve our country, America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Millions of armed forces personnel have served and continue to serve with honor to protect and defend our rights and privileges. We owe you a debt of gratitude, one that will never be paid, for all that you have done for us. We salute you. As your branch of service is called, would you please stand? The United States Air Force. The United States Army. The United States Coast Guard. The United States Marine Corps. The United States Navy. The United States Space Force. The Army National Guard. Itawamba Community College is honored to have you here tonight. We salute you.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
High school seniors, make your plan to join us for Fall Preview Day at Itawamba Community College. Voted the #1 community college in the state 4 years in a row, come see what all ICC has to offer you and your future from faculty members within the program of your interest. Registration is open now for October the 21st and 22nd and November the 4th and 12th. Limited spots are available and they're filling up fast, so sign up today at iccms.edu/preview days. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. The new Crazy Calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
My name is Holly Leeton, and I'm an early childhood education instructor and program director here at Itawamba Community College. Our early childhood education technology program is an engaging, superb two-year program that prepares students for a professional career as early childhood educators across a variety of career paths.
The Early Childhood Program at ICC is a fully online program that educates students to work with young children. Even though it's an online program, students will spend 8 hours a week in childcare during their 2 practicum courses. We are aligned with national early childhood standards, and our students apply those as well as the Mississippi Early Learning Standards in their coursework. Throughout our online coursework, we offer a solid foundation on childhood development, theories, and practices. We focus on teaching students how to utilize an integrated approach while planning, preparing, implementing, and evaluating developmentally appropriate learning experiences that meet the diverse needs of children. The capstone courses are the 2 practicum courses. In these 2 courses, student teachers spend 8 hours a week in ICC's preschool classrooms or an approved center. During these 8 weekly hours, our students put into practice everything they've learned throughout the program, from classroom management to tending to the social and emotional needs of children. When they graduate with their AAS degree in early childhood from ICC, not only will they have a firm understanding of child development, but they will have a portfolio of developmentally appropriate activities ready to use in their own classrooms.
Our graduates of early childhood education receive an Associate of Applied Science degree. Upon receipt of that degree, they are ready and prepared to enter the workforce as teachers in public or private early childhood education centers, center directors, or even an assistant teacher in the public school system. Some of our graduates choose to go on to a university and continue their 2-year degree to earn a bachelor's degree. For example, some students go on and receive a Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood Development. This is especially beneficial if they wish to teach in Head Start. Lead teachers are required to have their bachelor's degree. Some of our graduates decide they want to go on and be an elementary education teacher, and they choose to get a Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Education or a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. So whether you choose to stop with an associate's degree or continue on to a bachelor's degree, we want you to get your start in early childhood education right here at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
High school seniors, make your plan to join us for Fall Preview Day at Itawamba Community College. Voted the #1 community college in the state 4 years in a row, come see what all ICC has to offer you and your future from faculty members within the program of your interest. Registration is open now for October the 21st and 22nd and November the 4th and 12th. Limited spots are available and they're filling up fast, so sign up today at iccms.edu/preview days. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.